Yo, it's the Super Mario Maker Podcast. I'm your host, N64 Josh. This is episode 4. We got some fun stuff to talk about. We have the Super Mario Maker 2 Invitational took place. We got a future update that's going to fix something that the community really wanted to see fixed. Nintendo Treehouse also talked, kind of showed off some Super Mario Maker 2 highlights. And I also took my Nintendo Switch Pro controller apart and did a little mod on the D-pad. So I say we just jump right into this thing. Here we go. Super Mario Maker 2 Invitational results. The competition was a blast to watch. I had such a great time. I literally was on the edge of my seat. I'm not even exaggerating. It was really fun. And I was actually kind of bummed as I was watching it because it was like, man, I want to be able to do this with the community, with you guys. I want to be able to set these things up. Abdallah took first place. I gotta say, met him at E3. Super cool dude. Said he would join me for an episode of the Super Mario Maker podcast to talk about the Invitational, all that stuff. He was carrying around his trophy for most of E3. Was signed by, I saw Miyamoto sign it. It had a bunch of other signatures on the back. Pretty cool, to be honest. So he is really, really a good dude. I'm curious what you guys thought. I want you guys to tweet at me at N64Josh on Twitter or get into the comments of these show notes, n64josh.com/SMMP4. Okay, I want to hear. What do you think? What did you like the competition? Is it something you'd like to see Nintendo do more of? Because I definitely would. I would love to see them do something like this, quarterly, every 6 months, something. Just give us more of this stuff because, quite frankly, it was a lot of fun to watch. And seeing the way that it was played, like initially when they said, hey, we're going to do it this way. We're going to split them up 1v1, then 2v2, then 1v1 again. And I was like, well, I don't know about the 2v2 thing. A little bit weird for the competition because, it's just a little bit strange. But that being said, everything seemed to have worked out pretty good. And I did, although I wasn't sure on like what my opinion was necessarily on seeing them do 2v2. I loved watching it. So I think what I would like to see in the future is give us a couple different brackets. Give us a 1v1 bracket and give us a 2v2 where people actually team up. I mean, that's how they do Smash Bros. You have doubles and you've got singles. So give us some singles, Super Mario Maker, and give us some doubles, and let's just see what happens. The levels were really, really well made, and just it was a lot of fun to watch. And now, thanks to a future update, we're going to be able to play with our friends online. That means we're going to be able to have competitions just like this. Let's talk about it. All right, so the future update. So it's not going to be out initially at launch, but they listened. They heard. We made our voices known, and they said, "Okay, we'll make it happen." This is amazing. This is a good thing. All right, so one of the first announcements at the Treehouse was the inclusion of friends for online multiplayer. That means we're going to be able to potentially put on competitions just like the Mario Maker 2 Invitational. That means those of you that canceled your pre-order because your friends weren't going to be able to play with you, you can now go and re-pre-order if you'd like. That means we're going to have even more fun with this game. And I think the online's going to get a lot more use because of it. I really do. I don't think online would have seen nearly as much use just playing with randoms, but now that we can play with friends, I can pretty much guarantee you that there will be more people playing this game online and picking it up day one. This was an important thing for some people. This was a very important thing. And so I'm really happy to see that Nintendo is listening to the consumer and basically giving us what we want, you know? And it's really cool. It's really cool. So I'm really stoked. I'm really, really stoked. I mean, we get to play this game with friends, which, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that when it comes to online games, right? So really excited. I hope you guys are ready, because I mean, we're definitely going to have some of these tournaments. There's probably going to be prizes and everything, so we'll have to work out the logistics. But there will be stuff to do in the very near future. I guarantee it. Thanks to online multiplayer with friends, I might start creating stages now for you guys. So plan on getting your teams together and getting ready to figure out some of my crazy levels. Let's see. So next up from the Treehouse, they showcased Super Mario Maker 2 for quite a while. They showcased a really cool level. Some of the levels from the Invitational. They then took some levels and they added a boss fight. I was watching them fight Meowser, and I gotta say that I really like the Super Mario 3D World style. I think it looks great. I like the addition of the cart that takes damage as you run into things. This thing isn't just invincible. It looks like you can run into things about 3 times before it explodes. And like at one point, like one of the wheels was missing, things like that. And like, so the Treehouse was actually using the cart to jump on Meowser's head and trying to land a bunch of hits on him, so they could finish him off, get the key for the oh, what are they called? I can't remember, like the magic block or whatever that would, like the warp block, I think, maybe that's the name. I'm sure somebody will tweet at me. That would then take them to the flag so they could finish the stage. And just the way the car was incorporated, plus they added some fire flowers, like it just looked like a really fun boss fight. Like it made me want to play the boss fight. And although it was relatively simple, it was also fun. There are some interesting things. Like I've watched a handful of different videos about Mario Maker 2 and some of the things that happen in the Super Mario Maker 3 or Super Mario 3D World style. If you are Cat Mario and a Bonsai Bill is coming at you from the background, you can actually swipe at it and send it in another direction. So there might be some cool stages where maybe there's a cat suit hidden and you need to have something taken out by that Bonsai Bill, and the only way to do it is to find that cat suit first and then smack it to take out, you know, some blocks that are in your way. So again, just maybe some real fun ideas that we can have within this mode. Now, it went through and it showed us the different, like, this game is great about like showcasing what it is that the controller does. It also gets into like some maker training, which we'll talk about in a second. Well, in Super Mario 3D World, it shows the ability to roll, long jump, crouch jump, and crouch move. Okay, so those things aren't necessarily all that strange, but the roll in particular, I'm not sure if anybody has seen the roll pulled off yet. Maybe we have. I don't know. But we do know that the roll was in Super Mario Odyssey, right? Because I remember when they showcased that for the first time, we saw Mario rolling and we were like, what is this, Sonic? Right? Because he would just roll like Sonic. And there were certain moons that you had to roll because you would go faster. And as you were rolling, you could then collect the moons, collect some coins on your way. I remember one in particular, I did it with music notes. Long jump, also a thing where you're running, hit the trigger, and then hit the jump so that you can jump extra far. Another jump from Odyssey, but also other 3D Mario platformers. So crouch jump is something that's been around for a while, and then crouch move, of course, is there now as well. This excites me. Odyssey is one of the playstyles that I'm really hoping we get. I don't care so much about using Cappy to take over all the different creatures. That's not all that important to me. What I would like to see is being able to use Cappy to continue those longer jumps, right? Some of those jumps that would be hard to reach without having Cappy. Cappy essentially could become like a shell or things like that. Instead of doing a shell jump, you could you could throw Cappy. So it might be kind of fun. Don't know if that's going to be the case. I'm kind of just reading into things a little bit. That's all. But who knows? Who knows, right? It could be. It could be. Fingers crossed. We'll see. Fingers crossed. All right. So last up, guys, I have been on a quest for the perfect D-pad for Super Mario Maker 2. A lot of you guys know that. And so I had a little fun with my Pro Controller. and I've tested a few things, so we'll talk about it. All right, so this evening, before recording this, I took my Pro Controller apart. All you need is a 000 Phillips screwdriver. That'll remove all the screws that you need to remove. Okay, there are 2 ribbons that you got to be able to flip up and flip up the little. I'm sure there's an actual term for it. I don't know because this isn't like my expertise here. But essentially, it's just a little clamp that keeps the ribbon in place. You have to flip those things up so it loosens. You can pull the ribbon out, separate the controller, separate the parts. Get to the D-pad, and you're going to just place Scotch tape on the sensor. So when you look at the board for the D-pad, there are 4 what look like slotted screwdriver or slotted screw heads is what it looks like. Well, if you cover half of them, right, leaving the outside half exposed but the inside half covered in Scotch tape, you no longer have misinputs. I tested tonight. I did Tetris 99, Mario 3, Cuphead. It played beautifully. It played the way you would expect a Nintendo D-pad to play. Now, couple things. One, make sure you're comfortable taking this thing apart. Make sure you put all the screws back in. Maybe take some pictures with your phone if you want to make sure you're not missing anything. Okay? If you just got your controller, I believe it will void your warranty if you take it apart. So keep that in mind. Also, maybe check and see. This was my day 1 Pro Controller, so this is 3 years old. There is no warranty on this thing. So I'm like, well, let's see what happens. It honestly took me about 10 minutes. It was very easy to do. I just ripped the tape into little pieces and placed it. I got a picture on my Discord. I'm gonna have a post up and a video on how to do it. Just kind of take you step by step. But it's really not that difficult. Now, once you get it back together, test it out, make sure you don't have any misinputs. You can go into the menu of the Switch and you can you can just see how fast you can move left, right, up, down, and how accurate it is. I'm loving it. It's what I've wanted. I'm excited to play with it now in Super Mario Maker 2. And it was about a 10-minute fix with some Scotch tape, so it's really not expensive. As long as you have the triple-aught screwdriver, it's pretty easy. And you can order one of those off Amazon for pretty cheap. So, but let's talk a little bit more. I want to just kind of let you guys know. I know I've kind of briefly touched on it, but I've tested a ton of controllers. The 8BitDo SN30 Pro, the 8BitDo SN30, the 8BitDo wireless adapter that allows me to play with GameCube and like anything that would plug into a Wii remote, okay, including my SNES Classic controller, which I gotta say is my favorite so far. It has the best feeling D-pad, the best feeling buttons, but the SN30, also good. SN30 Pro, also good. The stick on my SN30 Pro, not the best, but not terrible, okay? Not the best, not terrible. My left stick, the wireless adapter, you could use PS4 controllers, you could use the Wii U controllers, you could use the Xbox One as long as they're Bluetooth, okay? So there are a ton of options for you to find the best D-pad that you want. I got videos, guys, for all this stuff on my YouTube channel. Highly recommend go checking it out so that you can see what's going to be best for you. We are in the home stretch. When the next episode of this show comes out, it's going to be hours. I'm going to record this early Friday morning, and then we're going to have the game in hand and the following week. And so I'm so excited. I can't even wait. I can't even wait. So I'm so excited. In fact, I can't even remember the exact release date for the game. Now I gotta look it up. I believe it's the 28th, but I'm gonna Google it real quick right here so that I can see exactly when it is releasing. Let's see here. It looks like it is going to be coming out on, let's see here. Let's see what is the June 28th. Okay. So we're like 12 days away. 12 days away. Yeah. I'm looking forward to this one. So next week There's going to be a lot of involvement with you guys. I'm going to have a post up on N64 Josh, kind of just asking some questions of you guys. I'm going to be taking a focus this next week on level building. So stay tuned to my YouTube channel for tips on level building. We're going to continue with the tutorials, like the different jump tutorials. I have a Yoshi jump tutorial in the works right now, and just looking at building good stages. And so speaking of that, building good stages, that is something that Nintendo is really going to help us with when it comes to this game. They are including a lot of different tips and tricks. So in the same section where you can see how what buttons do what and what your moveset is for your controller, they're also including a maker training from beginner, intermediate, and expert. And they're going to explain, this is something I want to recommend that everybody try. I feel that Nintendo doing this is going to open this game up for so many people. So take a little bit of time. Don't just jump right in. Take a little bit of time, read through some of this stuff, put some of this stuff into practice. Look at the game design that they are recommending from the professional game designers, and watch how you can create and make some amazing levels, right? Use coins to give direction. Every time I fire up one of these new controllers to test them out, I jump into Super Mario 3. And right off the bat, you get the leaf and there's coins traveling up at an angle, literally showing you, hey, if you're going to have to be able to do something to collect these. Well, if you get up your speed high enough, you can then fly, and then the direction you fly is right where you need to be, and those coins show you exactly where you have to go. So there's just little things like that. I think sometimes because of the craziness that this game can bring, where we can add 900 enemies, and I'm exaggerating, but I want 900 Goombas flying at me while I'm trying to walk underneath, fireballs and all this other stuff. No, we can make levels that are fun, engaging, challenging, and rewarding when we finish them. And there's going to be some great pointers. They kind of went through and showcased some of the stuff in Mario Maker 2. So on the 28th, take a little bit, read. If you get stuck or frustrated or don't feel like you're putting out the best levels, turn right to the game. It's going to have information to you to be able to improve your skills as a level designer in Mario Maker 2. And this is amazing. This is so great. Okay, I'm going to, more than likely, a lot of my videos, I'm going to go through and then kind of give some examples and show examples of each of these tips that they give, so that it is going to help all of us create better levels. Because you can easily do troll levels. Okay, there's not a lot of skill involved in that, but taking a little bit of time and crafting a level that is fun for the player, that's really the goal here. So the more we can put good levels out into the world, the better the experience will be when we do the endless challenge and things like that, right? It really falls on us, the community, and that's kind of cool. That's super cool. So remember, don't get frustrated. Just take some time, and I can guarantee you, with a little bit of reading and a little bit of testing, you can create some killer levels. Okay, you can. I know you can. So, and you're gonna get the most out of the game if you can do that. So I just want to encourage you to, spend some time doing a little bit of research. It's right there in Game Forest. They're doing an amazing job. They really are doing an amazing job. And if we have more, if we can get to where there's more good levels than troll levels in this game, the endless challenge is going to be so much fun. It's going to be so much fun. I really can't wait. So that is going to do it for this episode. I want to thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at N64Josh. If you want to check out the show notes for this episode, n64josh.com/SMMP4. If you want to join the Discord, n64josh.com/Discord is where you can do that. I really do just want to thank you guys so much for listening. I really appreciate it. I'm having a great time doing this show, and you know, we're gonna keep right on the going. So thank you very much, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye now.